So we'll see the traveling of a hive, of a colony of bees, and we're going to see their path from their hives to the flowers, and how they're going to teach other bees how to find their path. So the honeybees would go, to the flowers. The science has showed that to make about half a kilo, almost a pound of honeybees, 2 million flowers have to be visited. So 2 million flowers have to be visited to make 1 pound of honey. Now imagine the amazing task that those honeybees, they have to perform, and how precise is their path. Now the question is, how those bees, because if 2 million visits have to be done to flowers to make 1 pound of honey, so that means the honey, when he goes back to his hive, to his colony, he needs to show to the other bees where the flowers are. And he also needs to be able to go back to that area. So how do they find their ways? Now you'll see in the next 10 minutes how this bee would use an amazing science to go back to its place and also show other bees. Now as you can see here, you see the bee, when the honeybee comes back to the colony, he makes a special dance to show the other bees the exact location of the flowers. You see, some of the bees are shaking their wings, and they are getting in a certain direction, and all the other bees are around them. Now look at this shaking motion that this honeybee is doing with his wings. Look at it. Okay, so he comes back, and he takes a very exact direction. And in that direction, he is doing his shaking or his vibration of the wings. And as you can see a lot of bees are around that bee to get the message. So as you can see, when the honey is dancing toward north, that means that the flowers are located in north. When he's dancing toward south, that means the flowers are located in the south direction. Now this is the direction, but it also shows them the distance they have to travel. You see, to the northwest, northeast, different direction. And all the honeybees around are following this dance. Amazing. It's really amazing. Now the thing is, this dancing, the direction of the dancing is related to the position of the sun. But the thing is, when the bee travels and comes back to the colony, sometimes it takes him about 10 and 15 minutes. So that means that the sun has moved by 10 or 15 degrees. So the honeybee has to take into consideration the movement of the sun. Now the honeybee, when it comes back to the colony, he knows exactly how much time he has been traveling. So he adjusts the movement of the sun to his direction. So he's going to add, for example, 15 degrees to the direction that he has been on the flowers, so the other bees don't get lost. I mean, it's truly amazing that this little honeybee is going to come back, but he's going to adjust his dancing, the direction of his dancing, with the time that he took from traveling from the flowers to the colony regarding to the direction of the sun. Now let's look at this experiment. Now 3 containers of sugar water has been placed in different places in a ranch. Now the Voyager bee that came to the first container was marked with a straight line. Those who went to the container number 3 were marked with a cross. Now look at this carefully. What happened? Now this bee with the dot, and this one with the cross, and the other one with the line. They came back to the colony, and they are explaining to the other bees the location of that sugar water. Now every bee that was looking at the bee with the dot, they were marked with the dot, was white. So every bee that was watching that bee was marked with a dot. Now look at what happened half an hour later. Every single bee that was watching that bee with a dot came to the place that the honeybee with the dot was. The one with the cross, they all go to the cross, and the one with the line, they all go to the place where the first one came. So that means every single bee that was watching the bee with the dot, they went to that place where the sugar water was. None of them were lost, and every single of them followed the path of the bee, the messenger bee that was showing them the path. Now, where did the bee got that amazing information, that amazing genetic programming, this genetic information to show other bees the exact direction and the exact distance from the flowers to the colony? And how can a small bee take into consideration the motion of the sun while he's traveling? If it takes him, for example, 8 minutes and 30 seconds to get to the colony, he's going to exactly adjust the direction by 8 degrees and half a degree, 8.5 degrees for the other bees to follow the direction. And the vibration is going to show them how much distance they have to travel. So the dancing direction gives them the direction, and the vibration is telling them how much distance they have go. Now this absolutely impossible for the theory of Darwin to explain such an amazing technology in the honeybee. You see, it says, your Lord inspired the bees, make hives in the mountains and in the trees, and in what they build. Then eat of all the fruits and walk, this is the key sentence, and walk in the ways of your Lord submissively. You see, the key sentence is the last part. And walk in the ways of your Lord submissively. Okay, would you please show the video again? Walk in the ways of your Lord submissively. When God talks about submissively, that means you're following what has been programmed for you. Surah Nahl, ayah 68 and 69, as I explained in the beginning of the program. Now, for people who reflect, for men of understanding, those are signs that people have put for us to think about the creation, to think about the power of God. Now, we're just going to continue because I want to also give you some other examples of programming in nature, like the migration of butterflies. This is another amazing fact in creation that resembles those of the honeybee. Would you please show the video? Now, we're going to see the journey of monarch butterflies, that they travel thousands of miles every single year. And they always follow the exact same path without ever being lost. Now, these butterflies live in southern Canada, and you will see the path they take. Those butterflies are called monarch butterfly. Now, the monarch butterflies, the mother butterfly deposit their eggs on a leaf. Now, the amazing thing is, from the egg, you don't see